coming to you live for the first time in a long time. I'd like to welcome you all to the summer. Anyway, I'm coming at you with the Raw review from June 7, 2010. And this was a pretty good show for the most part. Let's just jump right into it. So we start the show out with Bret Hart and Theodore Long doing their little Welcome to Monday Night Raw promo because it's Viewer's Choice Night. And basically, they introduce the show, and then Theodore Long mentions Randy Orton, and then Orton comes out and says he wants to fight Edge, and he either wants to, he wants to choose to fight him in the ring, or he's going to go in the back and attack him. So then Edge comes out and says, I'm going to finish what I started last week. So then, Theodore Long and Bret Hart talk amongst each other, and they make the decision. They decide that, the fans are going to choose, the fans in the arena get to choose a stipulation. Stipulation 1, it's going to be a debate between Edge and Orton, which gets booed, obviously. Second decision is a sit-up contest. What the fuck? Third option is a one-arm time behind Edge's back kind of matchup. So, since Orton's got the sling, Edge would have the arm tie behind his back. So, the fans choose that, and that's going to be the stipulation for their match later tonight. So, that's how we start off the opening show. So, then our first match of the night, we've got Big Show versus Chris Jericho. Kind of former partners colliding, kind of like, two big gladiators colliding. Although Big Show is bigger than Jericho. Anyway. I know that! So, and the choice of stipulations for this matchup was, number 1 was over the top rope, second choice was submission match, or third was a body slam challenge. I would have voted for the submission match, because I think this could have been interesting between the two of them, because Jericho really didn't have a chance of winning any of the other two, but the moron WWE Universe chooses body slam challenge, so that's the matchup we get. And, I guess it was alright for what it was, but pretty much it was just Big Show dominating Jericho. Jericho worked on his arm for a minute or so, and then Big Show body slammed him. Then the match was over, then Big Show, decides, what the hey, so then he puts him in a camel clutch, Jericho taps out, then he tosses him over the top rope, just to kind of show off that he can win the other challenges, which we kind of figured he could. So, Big Show wins. Whatever. It was alright, but, won't really hurt Jericho in the long run, because he's Chris Jericho, but I guess it gives Big Show some momentum for the Fatal 4-Way, but I don't know, I don't see him winning. Okay, next segment, we got the Hart Dynasty, and they're doing the whole, who are their opponents going to be? Opponents 1, the Usos. It's funny, in Spanish, usar means to use, so I'm going to call these guys the Used. Just like the band, the Used. So we got the Used. Second, we have the Dude Busters. Okay? And then third, we have Khali and Hornswoggle. Actually, the Dude Busters are Croft and Beretta, which Cousin Cheeto calls them the ambiguously gay duo, which they are.
Kalen Croft and Trent Beretta.
Anyway, so the moron WWE Universe, you figured they might have had some kind of brain to choose the Used, but instead they chose Khali and Hornswoggle. Actually, I don't think it was so much the universe, it was probably the retarded WWE system of we want to book whoever we want because we really don't care what the fans want. So, anyway, Khali and Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle! This is still going on? I
take this matchup, and this matchup was, I guess it was alright. Pretty much it was Khali just beating up Tyson Kidd for a bit, and then, he thought he had, had him right where they wanted to, so then he tags, Hornswoggle in. Hornswoggle misses a tadpole splash, and then, meanwhile, the other guy, David Hart Smith, drop kicks Khali's leg, and so Khali gets knocked off the apron, and then Tyson Kidd just pins Hornswoggle. So I thought that was okay, I guess. I don't know, Hornswoggle and Khali don't belong in the ring. No offense, Khali just isn't good, and Hornswoggle is just annoying. So, anyway, our Dynasty wins, Uso brothers try to attack him. Not really successful for once. Like the first time in 3 weeks, they didn't leave him left line. End of the segment. And then for whatever reason, Lawler leaves the broadcast table. So we'll get to that in just a second. Alright. Oh, and then before that, Michael Cole recaps the whole Undertaker being in a vegetative state, Why did WWE come up with this storyline? Oh, what kind of vegetative state is he in? Is he a canned vegetable, like corn, green beans? Is he a frozen vegetable, like peas, carrots, corn? Is he, a fresh vegetable, like broccoli? What kind of vegetable is he, WWE? Vegetative state? Stupid storyline. Because he's the Undertaker. This guy can take 20 Stone Cold Stunners, 15 Rock Bottoms, and get back up like it's nothing. He fought Shawn Michaels to the very end. That was nothing. So we're meant to believe that some guy can just take him out? No. It just doesn't work that way. Anyway, all right. So next segment we got Bradley Cooper promoting his movie, yada, A-Team, yada yada yada, whatever. And then backstage we find out what happens to Lawler, and this just begins the whole series of this terrible storyline throughout the night. Basically, Lawler has his crown stolen by somebody. So these other two A-Team guys that are there are acting like the A-Team, trying to figure out who did it. Who did it. It's just stupid. I'll probably be talking about this throughout the show as it happened. Alright. Anyway, next matchup we got, if you want to call it that, it's Santino versus Kozlov. And the fans get to choose this matchup. Is it going to be number 1, a regular matchup? Number 2, an arm wrestling matchup? Or number 3, a dance-off? When I heard this, I thought it was funny, so I voted dance-off. Well, I didn't actually vote, but I would have voted for it. And sure enough, it was a dance-off. Good old iced tea. It's got to be Lipton. So this is a dance-off matchup, and both guys actually somewhat impressed me. And Kozlov got the vote by the fans, and he won. And then he left Santino lying after the match. So I guess they're not a tag team, not yet, anyways. Next matchup we got the Divas. There's all the Divas from Raw and SmackDown standing there, looking good as usual. And fans get to choose what kind of match they're gonna have. First match is a 6-on-6 tag match. Second is a Divas Battle Royal. Third was champion versus champion. I personally was hoping it was champion versus champion, but didn't quite work that way. Fans picked the Divas Battle Royal, and it was about 5 minutes and nothing really worthwhile. Excuse me. Gail Kim did hit a nice hurricanrana on Alicia Fox in the matchup, and then later they actually did a spot where she kind of took her over the ropes to eliminate both of them. I thought that was kind of cool. And then the finish was Maurice and Jillian double teamed Eve and threw her out of the ring, and then Jillian was like, "We're both winners. We won together." And then Maurice was like, "Fuck you," and threw her out of the ring. So Maurice wins the Divas Battle Royal, which doesn't really do anything for anything, really. Probably going to build more feud, more fire, if you will. More kindling for the fire between Maurice and Eve, but whatever. Then they have a brief review of what happened earlier in the show, and this confused me. I know they're probably just trying to buy time for whatever's happening next on live TV, but still. Why not just talk about a storyline or something? I don't know. Okay, backstage we got a Sheamus little interaction thing. Basically, Kane thinks that Sheamus, attacked the Undertaker and put him in the freezer. The whole vegetative state thing. And Sheamus is like, "Laddie, if I were to attack the Undertaker, I would do it, on TV." He doesn't talk like that, but you know what I'm saying. Says he would do it on live TV in front of everybody. Then,